Alright, we just finished our 30-minute break and got fuel, and now we are just leaving the Cordell Loves in Cordell, Georgia, and we're headed now to Kellogg's on Mason Road for a 6 p.m. delivery tomorrow night. We're trying to get it sooner than 6 p.m., which I hope we do. But if not, I'll just go back to the yard, go home for a little bit, and then I'll head on over to Sam's in Lakeland, Florida for the 6 p.m. delivery. But I don't really mind either way because I am off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What worries me today and a little bit tomorrow is traffic, because I've noticed today a lot more traffic on the road. So I'm hoping to get up to Atlanta without a lot of traffic, and then get to Florida tomorrow with not a lot of traffic. So, I mean, I usually leave at it's trash here. Truck drivers leave that trash there. It's just horrible. Guys park on the side of the road, they just leave the trash. Just leave the trash bag. It's just disrespectful. It's horrible. I can't believe people do that. In any case, I leave early in the morning on Thursday, so hopefully I'll beat a lot of traffic, so I'm not too worried. You can see it's about 10 a.m. There's a lot more cars on the road than there normally is. The biggest traffic problems I run into is up here between a town called Locust Grove, Georgia, and McDonough, Georgia. That's usually where the traffic backs up, and get down to an average of like 28 to 40 miles an hour for about, I don't know, 10 miles, 14 miles, somewhere in that range. So people are traveling for the holidays, so that's what I run into. So hope y'all are going to have some good holidays this year for Christmas and New Year's. I will be home, like I said, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the next week I'm just going to run Monday through Thursday, and I'll be home Friday and Saturday, so I'll be home for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So if it's your first time watching the video, please hit subscribe, and also hit the bell that comes up. That'll alert you for new videos that come up, so I do appreciate you subscribing to the channel. I'm going to get a second camera, so for right now, I think what I'm going to do is leave this camera on the windshield, but I'm going to get a second camera that's going to be a hat cam camera. I mean, I've done hat cam cameras, a lot of those, but I'm going to have one specifically dedicated to hat and one for the windshield, so that way I can film at the same time, and then I can intermix the windshield cam and the hat cam in videos and so forth. So that's what I'm going to do. Maybe Santa will bring me another GoPro for Christmas. I didn't ask for one, but let's see if Santa brings one. If not, I'll be my own Santa and go out and get my own. So, another thing too, I was talking yesterday on one of my videos that I did about this truck driver that got sentenced to 110 years for the accident that he caused, killing 4 people and injuring a lot of others. It was a big fiery crash. And there's a clemency hearing right now, I guess, because the judge sentenced him to 110 years, which she says was the minimum sentence for the crimes he committed, for reckless driving and killing 4 people. And basically, there's so many different stories I'm hearing, so I'd like your input, how you guys feel about it. I've been told that he had a CDL license, then I was told he didn't have a CDL license. He was he's 26 years old, and then the judge put him away for 110 years. Supposedly he was coming down a very steep grade, and he says he lost his brakes. The truck was going 85 miles an hour. He says he tried to avoid most of the cars, but he couldn't avoid them all, so I guess he hit the least amount of cars. It was under a bridge, and then the bridge has structure problems now, but he did kill 4 elderly people. So I just want to know how you guys feel about that. Do you think a truck driver, with or without a CDL, should have gotten 110 years for what he did? Now, a couple ways to look at it. You could say, well, did he pre-trip his truck? We don't know. Supposedly he did, that's the word, but if he knew his brakes were failed or failing, he shouldn't have driven the truck, so that does hold him responsible. Now, when you go down a hill, you can actually heat your brakes up, so they could be fine before you go down the hill. But if you don't approach the grade going down a hill in the right manner, meaning you have to set if you have automatic transmission, let's say, you got to put it in manual mode and set it for the right gear to go downhill. Or if you have a manual truck, you got to set it in the right gear to go down the hill, to hold so your engine holds back a lot of the torque and holds back all your weight. Another thing is too, if you have an automatic or even a manual, you have J brakes, so you got to set those too. So basically, the way I approach a grade, it's not necessarily I look at the grade itself, because a grade is a grade no matter how you look at it. Now, the steeper the grade, the slower you want to go, of course. Okay, but let's say I'm taking a grade that's all trucks are to be going to the maximum speed is 45 miles an hour. So what I do, I look at the 45 and I add those together. So meaning I add the 4 and the 5 together. So if you take 45, 4 plus 5 is 9. If it's 55, 5 plus 5 is 10. So that's how I go by what gear I should be in. And that's the maximum gear. Okay, so and you want to start at the top of the hill at your speed, top of the grade. I mean, you want to be, so if you're doing 45, let's say I'm in 9th gear, I have my J brakes all the way on, so I can still accelerate if I need to, but I put all the J brakes on. At the top of the grade, I'm at 45, sometimes 40, just to test it, and then I descend down the grade. Now, if I feel that the truck's slower than 45, then I'll let off one of the J brakes. So I'll put it down. There's 3 J brake settings. So I'll go from 3rd to 2nd. Now let's say I'm up to, 43 miles an hour, and it's kind of hanging there. Maybe it's going down to 42. I might bring it down to the 1st J brake. But I'm staying at the constant speed of 45 the whole way down. Not going over. If I find that if I have all the J brakes on and I'm in 9th gear and I'm starting to pick up speed, then what I do is called stab braking. So basically, once the vehicle or the truck hits 50 miles an hour, you can stab the brake. You just press it really hard, get it down to 45, let it off real quick. And the reason you're doing that quickly is because you don't want to hold the brakes on, because that's what heats your brakes up. So that's possibly what that guy did. He wasn't set up properly for the grade in the right gear. Maybe he didn't have J brakes on. Maybe he was too. His speed was too high when he started the grade, because that's important, is getting yourself set up for the grade. You don't get into the grade and go, okay, now I'm gonna, because you can't really back down the gears, because then you're gonna rev your engine too high if you try to change to lower gear. So at that point, what happens is you get to a point where your truck starts to accelerate because you're in a higher gear than you should be. Okay, so that's what happens there. And then if let's say he got nervous because he started picking up speed even more, now he's going to slam the brakes on. Okay, so by slamming the brakes on, Now what you're doing is you are now heating up the brakes, okay? So they get glazed and they get smooth like ice, and then what happens is you have no grabbing power of the brakes. They're just sliding. They're heated up too much. So then you start picking up more speed. Now another thing the guy didn't do, which he should have done, was there was at least one, if not two, runaway ramps. I don't have any runaway ramps on the trip I'm on when I go to Atlanta here. But what that is, a runaway ramp is where if you are going too fast, they have these ramps built into a hill that have usually, I guess you want to say, I call them ridges, but they're basically sand mounds and dirt mounds. So when you hit the runaway ramp, you're going to hit these, I guess call them moguls, like ski moguls, and you're going to hit those, and then what happens is it'll slow you down, okay? And then you're also going up an incline too, okay? So at the same time you're losing speed, and that's what happens. So that's what a runaway ramp is. Now supposedly he passed at least one, if not two, okay? So that was another thing that he did wrong. So that's where they looked at it as kind of a reckless. He went down the hill very recklessly and made poor decisions. So again, I don't know, maybe you guys know more than I do from what you heard or whatever, but if, he did lose his brakes due to heating them up, or did he not have good brakes before he left, okay? So there's a lot of factors there. Now, for me, looking at the 110 years, yes, he has to serve time. There's no doubt about it. But he did kill 4 people, and he supposedly was reckless. I don't know all the details there, but I don't think he should serve 110 years. I mean, there's a lot of crimes that people have killed people with guns and everything else and don't get a life sentence. So I feel he should have served a good amount of time, but not that many years. I don't know all the details to really say he should have got 20 years or 25 years or what, but it's sad that 4 people were killed, yes. You never put a price on life, but again, 110 years, no, I think that's too much. There's been a clemency hearing set up, and the clemency hearing basically is that there's been a petition put out there, and I think within 24 hours, 3 million people signed this petition, basically fighting for the truck drivers, saying that the judge was too harsh on the time in jail. So that's something that there's probably going to be a clemency hearing to see if they can lower those years back. They basically revisit everything and go over it and decide at that point, should he serve less than 110 years. So we'll see. But so for now, like I said, I'm just filming just a little bit here, a little bit of the traffic here in Georgia. So I'm in Dooley, Georgia right now, mile marker 114 on I-75, and I'll be at Kellogg's, it says about 12:15 or so, but I know that's going to change because, like I explained earlier, between the town of Locust Grove, Georgia and McDonough, Georgia, it's going to slow me up. So I'm probably expected to be at Kellogg's about 12:45. Probably tack on about 20 minutes to a half hour. And then what I'll do is I'll turn around from there, so I'll pick up the load, and then I'll head back down to Cordell, Georgia, to the Loves I just left, do my 30-minute break and get fuel. I'll stay there for the night. That's about a 2.5 hour ride out of Atlanta with moderate traffic. So again, southbound traffic out of Atlanta is pretty rough too. So we'll see how much that's going to hold me up too. So, but anyways, for now I'm just going to sign off, and I'll be back on again once I get closer to Atlanta, and I'll show you from the windshield camera view how it looks. I did a hat cam view, but that cam doesn't really show everything that the windshield does. It's a little nicer out today. I think it was a little cloudy the other day when I filmed. I know that one day it was really cloudy, it was foggy. When I filmed, I think yesterday. It wasn't too bad, the day before yesterday. But still, you can see a lot more from the windshield cam. So I'll film some of that. So stay tuned for that. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the video. I do appreciate you subscribing to the channel and hit that bell to get future videos. And, you know, make comments. I don't care, good or bad comments. Hit the like button, dislike button. You know, if you don't like the video, let me know. If you like the video, click a like, and we'll go from there. So for now, folks, I'm going to sign off, and I'll catch back you when we get closer to Atlanta. Okay? Take care, folks, for now. All right, so now we're in McDonough, Georgia, which is where I was saying how traffic does build up here. So with a holiday coming up, they put a overhead alert sign up that normally gives the time between certain exits. This time it just said up ahead, mile marker 215, traffic is slow due to holiday traffic. So that's what's happening here. So it actually backed up a little earlier than that, but it's actually moving normal. Like when I go through here and I do get traffic, it's actually moving pretty good. So I don't see any accidents on Google or anything showing. I talked to one of my other drivers. He said there was an accident southbound, but I haven't seen it yet. But I think it's up over this hill here, where the actually it's up about probably 4, maybe 3 miles now I think about it. So we'll see that the other side. I don't know if it's bad or not, but this is normal Atlanta traffic. So this is south of Atlanta. I only got about 26 miles total to get to Kellogg's. So I go through this for about probably another 5 miles. Then it lightens up a little bit, and then I swing around the airport, and then Kellogg's is only about 7 miles from there. So once I get past a few miles from now, it shouldn't be too bad traffic-wise, but we'll see with the holiday and everything. I don't know if you guys can see the southbound traffic on 75 over there. That's what I have to come back in. Once I pick up at Kellogg's, I got to come back through that and get down to Cordell, Georgia, to the Loves down there I stay at. And that puts me pretty much at the end of my 11-hour drive clock. So that's about as far as I can go. So I just thought I'd show you a little bit of the traffic. Looks like it's lighting up a little bit. Actually, this might be clear now until I get down by the airport. Then it gets a little crowded in there with traffic, but not too bad. But so I'll catch back up when I get closer to Kellogg's. All right, talk to y'all soon. All right, so we hit traffic earlier than I normally do, coming up here to where 75 meets 285. So this is actually earlier than normal I hit traffic. So I just called my dispatcher and told him I might stay up here tonight. This traffic is getting pretty thick on the southbound side, and I'll end up losing more time than anything trying to get down to Cordell, Georgia. So I might just, if there's room up here, just stay here tonight. So we'll see. So I'll let y'all know. But this is not normal traffic. It's thicker than normal. So I think it's a mixture of holiday traffic and people either leaving work early for the holiday or possibly lunch break, because it is right now 12:12. So it could be a mixture of a lot of things. But one of our trucks here on the left, I kind of leave some space here in case he wants to come over. I'm not sure where he's headed. If he's headed the same place I am, or if he's over the road going somewhere else. I'll leave that gap in case he wants to come over. I don't think he wants to because he's not coming over. But this is Atlanta traffic just before the airport, just before I-75 merges into 285 down here in about 2.9 miles. I think if he was coming over, he would have come over by now, so I'm just gonna hang tight here. This is the lane I gotta be in to merge onto 285. I want his trailer. There we go. I'll let him over. He might be coming to run a Kellogg just like me. So this is, I know, a little boring watching traffic, but I really wanted to film coming up here, just kind of merging into 285 and seeing the airport, because right up ahead you'll see planes taking off from the left-hand side if they're taking off in that direction, or they'll be landing from the right-hand side coming in. I'm surprised I haven't seen it yet, but if not, we're going to be going under the taxiway, which I know I've filmed before, but this way I got maybe a better view from the windshield to see more, so that's why I'm filming this. I might edit this to take out some of the boring length, but we'll see. The one thing with filming is that, you know, you don't want to film too much, but then again, you don't want to turn your camera on and off, because then you might miss something. So it's better to film and then take out what you don't want later. Shorten the video, because I know you guys don't want to watch hour-long videos of just driving down the road. Maybe some do, but about 2 miles we'll be merging onto 285 here. Man, some of these trucks, the guy on the right here, I don't know how they pass inspection. That truck was going so slow. He's got his back doors strapped. I don't get it. Oh, this traffic is bad. Oh, actually, no, I don't think he is going to where I'm going, because he's got a loaded trailer now. Though, look, he's got his trailer's sealed, which means he's got, probably looking at the seal, he probably has Georgia. There's a plane coming in, if you guys can see that. Looks like a Delta Airline Airbus 320 coming in to Atlanta. But anyways, the trailer in front of me, he's got a seal on there from, looks like Georgia Pacific. It's usually rolls of paper. When I say rolls, those rolls are heavy. The rolls that stand up straight from the floor to ceiling, and they're about 3/4 of the width of the trailer. And let's see, just figuring it out, they probably weigh about 7,000 pounds a piece. And it's type of paper that usually like grocery bags are made out of. So they come in these really big rolls, and then we take them to these plants that put them on a machine, and they cut them down to paper bag size. So it's kind of a neat process, but we carry those rolls across the country from Georgia Pacific to either another Georgia Pacific location or somewhere that manufactures the paper bags. So it's kind of cool.
In half a mile, keep right onto I-75.
Now, this turn up here, a lot of trucks, for some reason, tend to be in the right lane. I don't know if they don't know what's coming up, but anytime you're in a turn, you want to be, as a truck, an 18-wheeler, you want to be in the furthest lane out because you take the widest turn. So when you're in the inside lane, your turning becomes tighter. So you want to have the most room to, and plus if there's a problem, you can get to the shoulder here, off to the left. But I don't know why some trucks, like there's a truck up there, he's on the inner lane. Why he's there, I don't know. But there's another Delta plane up there. I don't know if you guys can see that coming in. So it looks like they're coming from the right side landing to the left. So this is the where 75 meets 285. So we go around here, then we'll merge into the left. That's another reason too that I don't know why trucks don't stay in the left lane here, because you're going to merge anyways to the left. So watch these four-wheelers here, they tend to squeeze over on you. So I got to merge into this left lane over here. And then we're going to merge again down here. Here's that truck now. I don't know how that thing passed inspection. Jesus. So this is the runway here. And that's where the planes, two planes that I don't know if you saw them, came in to land on that runway to the right. And we'll actually go underneath the airport up here. It's Taxiway. So we'll merge over again, one more lane. Looks like this guy wants to merge over too. So I'll get in front of you guys, can't see it, but there's another track trailer in the left lane, so I'll merge over in front of him. And then we'll stay in this lane. We really want to stay in that lane that came out of, but up here, those two right lanes get really congested, so I stay in this lane here, get past that congestion, and then my exit is right past where this congestion basically ends. So that's what I'm going to do. So this, right here, this is the right above us here is the airport taxiways where the planes come across. That's why they're so wide, because the planes go across those when they go around the airport. So that's what we're going underneath right now. This is actually the Atlanta International Airport taxiway. And this is where it starts to get a little congested again. You gotta be careful here, because cars and trucks want to dart over from the right lane and also then from my left lane to come into my lane. So you really gotta be careful, because they're not paying attention. They slam their brakes on, they just dive to the left or the right. Because some people are on the left lane here and forget they got to get over in the right lane. Or you might have a car that says, hey, I don't want to be in this traffic, and darts out around this bend here. It doesn't see me coming. That's why you got to be really careful, because a lot of these, see this car here, he wants to come over, and I'm not going to let him. I'm going too fast for him, so. And this guy wants to come over, so maybe I'll be nice enough for him. So, you want to come over? Come on. Come on, dude. Get your turn signal on. So everybody wants to basically, they're going to be in those two right lanes for going to Columbus, Montgomery, or to the airport on exit 61 here, north and south. That's the merge for that. And I want to be, let's see, this guy, he wants to go, I'll let him over. It's a truck trailer. So he wants to go over because he realizes he's in the wrong lane. So I'll let him over. And then just top of this crest here is where I'll merge into Route 29 / I think it's 14.
Keep left onto I-285 toward Birmingham.
So as soon as I can get over here, car just came in from the right there. He realized he was in the wrong lane. So cars cut over there too, and trucks. That's why those guardrails are all smashed, unfortunately, because everybody hits them because they realize they're in the wrong lane. It gets confusing around Atlanta, so you really got to be careful driving through here, whether you're in a car or a tractor trailer, because you got those right lanes going north and south, then you got this merging off here, then you got the 285 continuance, I believe it is over there. It's 85, I forget what it is, but going that direction. So you got a lot of merging in and out of traffic, so you got to be really careful. So now, knock on wood, we should have a clean shot getting into Kellogg's, because this is basically the main road that takes us into where we got to turn off of. So this isn't usually backed up. It's usually pretty good. So we'll pretty much have clear sailing. So if you've never been to Atlanta, this is Atlanta. South Atlanta, though. It's the southeast part of Atlanta. It says we'll arrive here roughly about 12:30, so it's not a bad time. But the only thing is, though, I really do want to run down to Cordell, because it's just a lot of sitting here now, because actually, again, I don't have delivery till 6 p.m. tomorrow night, but it's just boring. I mean, I got movies I can watch, got Hulu, got cable, got, Netflix, got all that kind of stuff. I can watch something, but a lot of times you get tired, you fall asleep early, then you wake up and it's like 7 o'clock at night and you've already slept like 6 hours, 7 hours, you're ready to roll again. So it's one of those things where sometimes you just want to drive in the traffic just to take up time, because you're getting closer to your destination, but you just don't know, just what to do, because I don't want to waste too much time in traffic, but then again, you don't want to sit here too long either and fall asleep early. So, alright, cars, I merged over for you now. Speed up so I can get back over again. Just waiting for this car on the right here to speed up and get around me here. There we go. Yeah, if I said it earlier in the video, but it's supposed to be cold tonight. It's supposed to be up here, I believe, going down to 28. And then where I'm trying to get to in Cordell, it said it's going to be 35 or something like that. I mean, honestly, looking at my clock, I got 3 hours and 21 minutes. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to sit up here and at first be glad because I'm done driving for the day, but then I'm going to kick myself because then I have all that more extra driving tomorrow to do, get up earlier to do that drive. But then I'm going to kick myself for leaving and then getting stuck in traffic, and it's going to really hold me up. But at least once I get to my destination, then I'm happy because then I'm there, so I made it. So we got about 1.5 miles here, and then we're going to turn onto Mason Road. And that's back where Kellogg's is, back there, just off of Mason Road. Plus, I've been noticing recently, maybe not right now, but a lot of trucks are parking on the road down here that we park on overnight, and it's really been filling up. So I might not even get a spot. But usually that happens later in the afternoon. But we'll see. So another thing too, keep an eye on the videos too, because not next week. Next week's going to be between Christmas and New Year's. But I think the following week, we delivered a different Kellogg's, and we're adding on some new places, so you're going to see the scenery change. You go into different places. So we have been going to Robert, Louisiana, and I went to Hattiesburg last week, Mississippi. So we're supposed to going to go to North Carolina, and then to Alachua, Florida, and Brooksville. There are 2 more facilities we're going to go to. But I talked to my dispatcher. He's going to maybe put me on a Robert, Louisiana run. So when I get back from the holidays, it'll be basically the first week of the new year. So I'll have some videos for that. Now there's a guy who never should have done that. That's how you lose your life. Cut in front of an 18-wheeler like that. Alright, so Kellogg is down here on the right. Hopefully it's not crowded with guys coming in to pick up or deliver. Let's see. No, it's quiet. There's actually nobody down there. And actually the road's quiet too. I'm actually surprised. So that's good for me because then I can get in and out of here. So, and this is GE. I think I told you guys that before on the right. Kellogg is to the left here. And now I'm thinking about it. I hope my load's ready because it said by 10 o'clock this morning, but you never know. You just never know. Alright, so I'm going to check in here real quick and I will be right back. So they say it's ready to go, but the paperwork's not done yet. So she let me come in here to at least hook up to it, and then I'll grab the paperwork on the way out. So it looks like I'm putting this in. It says spot 63, but a lot of times I find out there's a trailer already in that hole. So I'm gonna be on the right-hand side here. So let's see, 63 is down here, right where that truck is too. So probably have to swing around. Yeah. I'm just gonna swing around here and probably put it in spot 72 because he's sticking out there. So actually, you know what? Yep, there's 63 right there. So somebody's in my spot. So I'm just gonna put it down here, make it easier. This is going to be a tight turn here. Great. It's going to be really tight. Because they put one of our trailers on the end down here. Just be really careful here. You don't want to cut it too sharp because then you break your bearings in the back there. So what I'll do is I'll put this trailer far down as I can through it. Where's 63 is. Probably just put in 57 here. That's what I'll do. So just to the left here, spot 57. So you guys can't see me backing up here, but that's why I like the hat cam. But straighten her out here. I'm not sure where my other trailer is. I'm not sure if it's in the, I don't remember seeing it here, but can't see that back here. There's a cement block back there and I can't see. A lot of guys just bump it. I don't like to do that, but I just want to make sure I'm back far enough. That's good right there. All right, so I'll be right back, folks. Alright, so this trailer was only 2 spots away, so I just went over and hooked up to it. But I had to go down here now and sign paperwork. I normally sign it before I come in here, but you didn't have it, like I said. So I'm going to pull out of here and then go sign the paperwork. And then I did notice I got not the best tire on a trailer, but I'm going to have to run it, because they don't usually come in here and fix stuff. So I'm gonna have to run it to a Love's, down in Cordell, if I can make it that far, see if they can change it out. So that's what we're gonna do here. So let's pull up to the guard gate, get our paperwork. Everything else is good. Tags on there. I got mud flaps, lights work. Just don't know how heavy I am. So the tandems are all the way up. It doesn't feel that heavy, so hopefully it'll be good. Position it's at, so. A lot of those loads I noticed are only like 18 to 20 some thousand, so you're always good to have it. The tandems are always fine all the way up, but some loads I've got, I think one load took out to Hattiesburg, I think it was like 34,000, so I had to set those back, tandems back a little bit, and then I had to scale it, weigh it out, make sure it's not over 34,000 pounds, either axle. Behind me, so I'm just going to pull up this guy and then shut her down and just sign the paperwork, so it should be good. But again, I'll be right back.